Okay, on section 6.1, your turn. 1A, we were supposed to take this function and do stuff to it. We did the outside stuff to it perfectly, but on the inside stuff, we got misdirected, and I want to make sure that we fix it. Just a reminder of what we did. What we did correctly the first time was move it to the left. Everybody moved it to the left correctly, which is great, right? So I move it to the left. I'm going to get a triangle piece up here and a circle piece right here. And that's what happened when we moved it to the left. Then everybody said that minus sign will flip it. And so we flipped it. And we got something that looks like this and something that looks like this. Now the question is that correct? Well, I'm going to go to Desmos just to check. And here's Desmos. Now you can see that up at the top, I put in a piece of circle and a piece of line, so I do have the right graph. In the second line, I've typed f of minus x plus 2, which is the part of the thing we're supposed to graph. Now remember, what we got when we did it by hand, we got stuff only on the right-hand side of the graph. When I go click here, I get stuff only on the left side of the graph, and it's flipped a different way. You're like, what went wrong? That's what I want to talk about just for the moment. Let's talk about what went wrong first, and then we'll talk about how we might think so we can actually just fix it. So what went wrong? Well, not the first part. The first part, when we took this and shifted it to the left, that was 100% right. The problem is, what went wrong was from this piece to this piece. And what did we do wrong? Well, we said minus sign flips things. Well, you're like, well, that wasn't precise enough. It is true that when we replace x by minus x, that flips over the y-axis. But that's not what happened. We replaced x plus 2 by minus x plus 2, which does not flip over the y-axis. It flips over the line x equals minus 2. So we get a completely different answer here because we were being too imprecise when we just said minus. And we have two ways of going about this. We can either, and I think if you're a STEM major, you need to be able to do both, is move it 2 to the left first, and then remember that this minus sign over here reflects across the line x equals minus 2. If you're a STEM major, you need to remember that. If you're not a STEM major, there's a different procedure we can go over. This is also good for STEM majors, but STEM majors need to do both, is to do this first. What we want to do is replace x by minus x first. Now mind you, that's going to give us the graph of f of minus x. So this is going to flip for us first. It's going to go like this, and it's going to go like that. But now we've done the flipping correctly, which is great. Now, what do we want to do now? We want to replace x plus 2. No, I'm sorry. We want to replace x by x plus 2. Now, what is that going to do? That should take that graph and move it 2 to the left, which is the same graph that Desmos gave us. In other words, there are two different ways we can look at that function and think that was a combination of two transformations. We can either say, move it to the left 2 first, then reflect across the line x equals minus 2, or we can say, replace x by minus x, which flips, and then replace x by f of x plus 2, which, by the way, does give us algebraically the right formula and gives us the right graph. So there's two different ways of looking at this. It's a combination of two transformations. If you're a STEM major, you want both. If you're not a STEM major, remember to do the minus sign first. You'll do the right thing, you'll do it in the right order, and you'll get the right answer.